Here it is, everybody. It's us versus movies. The movie is Upgrade. I'm Kevin. This is Dustin. What's up, Dustin?
Hello, Kevin and everyone else.
We're talking about Upgrade. It came out June 2018. It is rated R. Lee Whannell is the director. It's produced by the Blumhouse Boys, written by Lee, starring Logan Marshall Green and Betty Gabriel and Harrison Gilpston. $3 million took to make it. It did 17. I never heard of it until I found it on some rando's list of movies he said you should check out, so I did.
And he was wrong.
Oh, he was right. I know a lot of people are just like, oh, you didn't know who this was. This is the Upgrade. It's the movie. What? I don't know. I don't really kind of follow movies, I guess, as closely as I used to, or I probably would have saw this.
2018. Let's see. What was I doing in 2018? I cannot remember. Probably busy. I was probably busy. I don't know.
Just trying to stay alive.
Just trying to make it to the day. So.
And I'm not really. It really just depends. There's very few quote unquote actors or directors where I follow and I go, oh, everything I see, everything they do, I see, or I'm a super fan or whatever the kids call it now. I stan them. But
no, that's where you put it in a relationship with someone.
What? That's not right.
That is what. Yeah, when you stan someone.
That sounds like some anime stuff. I'll let you chime in.
I mean, it probably originated from there, but yeah.
No, it originates from the Eminem song, dude.
No.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah,
well, whatever, but
Google
you still
it.
Misused it.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not a child.
People knew what I was talking about.
Internet works. And they were like, that guy used it wrong.
Anyway, Dustin never heard of this guy. I kind of really didn't either. And then I glanced at his fucking body of work. I've heard of this guy.
I mean, I'm still waiting. I mean, I left it to be a surprise. I'm sure I probably have.
I hope you're sitting down because in 2003, he co-wrote a short little film called Saw. And it kind of blew up. And then he did Saw 2, Saw 3, Dead Silence, Doggy Heaven, Insidious Chapter 2, Cooties the Mule, Insidious Chapter 3, Insidious The Last Key, Upgrade, The Invisible Man, Untitled Invisible Man sequel, The Wolfman 2, soon to be announced if, who knows.
Oh, so I hate this guy.
Escape from New York, Insidious Chapter 5,
and no, I'm sorry. Did you just say Escape from New York?
He is on, they got to pump the brakes. He's written about 90% of these. Upgrade, Invisible Man sequel, Wolfman, he's all slated to direct. Chapter 3, Insidious, he was behind the camera. He does it all, dude. So everyone wants to come to Hollywood to do what this guy did. He had a great, innovative, pretty much genre-defining idea with his homeboy James, and these dudes blew the fuck up. This is it, man. This is your Hollywood story. This is what everyone wants to do that is in this creative sphere.
God, he was in Saw as well.
Dude, he's the man. He is the man. And he also wrote the Saw video game. This dude doesn't stop because
if he can't stop, Kevin. If he does for an instant,
can't stop, won't stop. The money trucks will stop pulling up to his house.
He knows he'll be forgotten.
I don't think so, man.
His eyes are not doughy enough to draw me in.
I think he's up at the echelon where they're just gonna kind of come to him. Hey, man, what you got sitting around the house? Can I thumb through it? What's the budget on it? You think? I don't matter. We'll do it anyway. I think he's at that level because he put Blumhouse on the map. Jason Blum was just like, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
He cracked the code.
He did. I don't know what code that is. We do not know.
And then he decided to do a little ode to Space Odyssey, if you ask me. There's a little robot in that movie, Dustin, called Hal. And if Hal knew like martial arts and he was in a giant little chip and he got put in your back, this is what would happen. Because you would have the $6 man
See what you did there.
Yeah. And upgrade is what you would call it. And I fucking enjoyed the shit out of this. I thought it was super fun.
Really?
Yeah, I had no expectations. I like I said, I knew little. I just knew the shtick, and I was like, all right, let's throw a saddle on this pony and see how she rides. And I was like, I don't know if it's because I've been watching terrible movie after terrible movie, but I just kind of had fun with this. I saw it as a small budget cyberpunk thing, and I think a lot of the things it did was a very obtainable sci-fi, a very believable evolution of our world. Unlike that one movie a while back we saw from the Green Arrow guy, where
Code 8.
Code 8, where that felt real janky. I really believed in the evolution of the technology here, and it kind of helped with my buy-in. He had that Surface coffee table that Microsoft was trying to do 10 years ago, and I was like, hey, they finally released it. And it still ain't got no games. And I got really excited.
You can read your messages.
Yeah, it had like little things where I was like, there's some people, the haves and the have-nots. If you're well off, you had the cool driving car. If you were born in the ghetto, you maybe had the Microsoft Surface table. And that was it. And a drug addiction.
A bunch of pills on it.
And I was like, okay, I really like the evolution of the little things. Not all of them were home runs by any means. And I was just like, I'm having fun watching this. It didn't blow me away with any of the swerves of the story. But when we get into it, I was like, hey, good time was had by me. And I didn't feel like it was a 5-hour movie. It wasn't a CG monkey fucking a lizard on a boat. And I was like, I'll take it.
I mean, they were making passionate, deep love on that boat. Thank you very much.
I could have watched the wrong movie then.
For me, I don't know. There was things I enjoyed and appreciated. And then there was other things where I was just like, God, I wish you didn't just do what you did. I wish you weren't doing that right now. I wish that there was some sort of twist to this that wasn't foreseeable. But I don't know. I mean, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either.
Exactly. I didn't love it, but I had fun. I treated it like a roller coaster. I knew how it started. I knew how it was going to end. And there was some little dipsy-doos, dunkaroos. I was like, okay, that was fun. Thank you for that little dippy-doo. I enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. And a little shout out from the last episode of how not to fucking operate a camera. This director understands that his talent doesn't have level 5 martial arts skill, and he protects the fucking action with the camera movements while still giving them a medium shot, which I thought was very fucking bold. I was like, hey man, these guys work their asses off in these fight scenes, and you recognize that. You framed them up nicely. You used some camera tricks to encompass the gimmick of the, boosted talents and powers. And you protected your actors, and you protected the vision. I was like, dude, that's foresight. Most people would have just, especially a Hollywood action movie, they would have just jammed the camera on one fucking guy's shoulder and had been jerking around and bopping. And you'd been like, is this the Bourne Identity? I can't tell what's going on. Fuck you. Fuck this.
Kevin hates the Bourne Identity.
I just hate that style of action. Everyone's just like, oh, it's just so gritty and real. And like, look at all these fucking holds they do. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on. Everything's gray and blue, and I can't see what's happening. Get the camera out of his back pocket. I don't know what's happening. I hate this.
Matt Damon's like, get the camera back in my pocket. I didn't come here to not have a camera in my pocket.
So dumb. So, if I remember correctly, Dustin, we start off with Gray Trace. He's a grease monkey.
Yep. He's monkeying around.
He's got a Firebird, and he's just he's dropping the tranny. He's slapping on the transmission. He's got this scoop.
He's dropping the box, Kevin. That's what he says.
Dropping a hot box.
He's dropping a hot box. Hot box right on your face. He's just like, yeah, you like that? It's a hot box right in your face. So,
He's trying to get it. He's trying to get his hunk on, his grease monkey hunk look.
He does not succeed in that, but okay.
And another thing, now that I'm on that, he's just kind of a regular guy. And I was like, hey, yeah, a regular guy. I'll take it. I don't need some jacked up muscle dude that's just like, I'm all muscles and I'm just going to like, here's my fucking wife and technology's scary. It's like, okay.
Well, I mean, I couldn't get over the fact that he kind of looked like a poor man's, shit, I just forgot the guy's name. The fuck's that guy's name? Who played Bane? That guy.
What?
Bane in the Dark Knight series. Batman movies by Christopher Nolan, that guy.
Oh.
Fuck. Ed Hardy. No. Is it Ed Hardy?
Really? Is that what you thought he looked like?
Dude, totally. If you see him, like, especially outside of this movie, totally looks like his little brother or some shit. You're just like, oh.
I didn't catch it. I mean, he looked like a regular dude with a beard. You could walk by him down on the street a million times and be like, whatever, man. You're just a dude.
He's just like, wow, offensive.
Well, he's gussying up this sweet ride because he's got a buyer for it, Dustin. That's how he makes his money. Apparently his old lady, she works at some mega Microsoft corporation that's just going to change the future.
Yeah. She's driving home in her self-driving car. I will say I enjoyed the car.
The car was cool. It had like the...
it was believable. I believed it. I was just like, yeah,
I believed it. Not Haze. What is that game called? Not Crisis. I think it was Haze. No. It was. Well, it kind of did look like the Crackdown. No, it actually really didn't. It had the hex honeycomb pattern on it, and I think the Haze helmets, they're like super soldier helmets. They had that on their visor. So I was like, oh, that's future. That's what I liked about it. It felt future-y, but not.
Future is honeycomb.
Well, the pattern at least. And I was like, I like that. I dig that look, that aesthetic. I believe we would go to some shit like that, and it was all had that honeycomb tint out. So I'm rich inside here, you're poor on the outside. I get it.
Yeah. And we're here a little shop talk from the wife. She's talking to possibly her partner or something in business, and he's just like, you can't fucking be a capitalist and change the fucking world at the same time. And she's like, I think I can. And I was like, oh, I think this is the biggest red herring the movie's probably going to give me. Oh, second biggest? Okay, that's fair. But then, yeah, she pulls up and there's creepy husband sitting outside her window like, hey, get the fuck out of the car.
Get out of your robot car.
Get out of your robot car. We do real cars in this home. And she's just like, pissed my pants a little bit.
Give me a sip of that flat beer, lover.
Yeah, and then we establish quickly that he's got some robophobia.
Yeah.
He's like, robophobia will not be tolerated in this country.
The robots took our jobs.
Yeah. So
they kind of did.
They definitely are and have and whatever.
Just try to be funny, but that shit really hit home.
Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, and then so he's just like, she's like, hey, do you want me to print us a pizza? And he's just like, how about we make a pizza? And she's just like, no, I'm not doing that. It takes time.
Like, I just did a 12-hour day in the office mines. You think I could? Let me just take off and show you this blouse. I'm like, oh, that's real nice.
I was like, that is a very nice blouse.
Don't stop for my account.
Yeah. And he's just like, well, I got to go drop off the car.
Some of us work around here.
Some of us got a real fucking job. Now with your bleeps and bloops and ones and zeros.
They actually kind of got along. They weren't like cranky. It's like, oh, they like each other. Maybe
they know what each other are like.
Yeah, they're real playful, a little slap.
He hates talking to the car, but loves talking to the car.
He convinces her to go along for the drop off because number one, he needs a ride back, and she's like, oh, I gotta work. He's like, bro, can I just get a fucking ride?
Work in the car.
And I think you're probably going to get a kick out of who I'm dropping it off to. And I was like, really? Would you even know, being a big anti-tech guy?
I thought he was just saying like she'd get a kick out of his house.
Oh, yeah. I did. I was like, this is listen, you just won the coolest rich guy's house ever. Underground bunker.
Underground bunker under 2 rocks. You win.
Imagine the fucking Grubhub
cloud.
The Grubhub guy's like, listen, I've driven by these rocks like 70 times. Where the fuck is your house?
Where
this cheese is
like,
iced
just put
over.
it under the rocks. He's just like, this is. I don't know what to do.
You just see the Grubhub guy's car floating in the ocean in the distance. I don't know right now. I can't find your house.
The GPS is freaking the fuck out, man. Took me 45 minutes to get here. Why didn't you just print a pizza?
He's like, ugh, that's way too much work.
He's like, no, the printer's broken. I don't fucking... It tastes like cardboard. I'm not doing that.
What is it, Papa John's? Boop, boop, boop.
He's like, yes, actually. I mean,
Papa
they sponsored the fucking machine. They patented the technology. But it still has that bomb
runs us now.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like a minority holder or something.
Oh, I thought he could be majority like that. Holder? Like a bunch of them, though.
Something crazy.
Shaq's got a lot of investments. Shaq's a little out of control. Like we're giving these people too much business. These basketball people too much business sense, and they're starting to like control what I'm eating. I don't like it. How come all of them are into pizza? LeBron's and Blaze, Shaq's and Papa John's. What's next?
Dude, I forgot.
I was gonna say a tasteless joke about Kobe.
LeBron just bought something like insane, like a team or something. I don't know. He's rich.
Oh yeah, he's like a minority holder. Well, he's on one of those like mega boards, you know, where they just buy.
Yeah. Buy, like sell, trade.
Fucking sports teams. Or why are we talking about this? I regret everything.
Papa John's is to blame.
Yeah. So he takes him to Elon Musk's fucking blonde bunker, and
he's vaping.
Yeah, he's vaping hard. He's just like, I've made a cloud in my living room, and everyone's just like, this seems like a regrettable decision. He's just like, I am God.
And then I thought, do we really need like weather reporters? Because like this guy, he's got the app working in his living room, showing him like precipitation in his fucking 3D space.
In this future, no, meteorologists are just. No, they were the first thing replaced by robots.
How about our future? Like, your job's an app. You know what I mean? Like,
there's still real people that go and do the research for that app.
I'm talking about the people in the news, bro.
Oh, no, them? Yeah, no. Like, we should definitely replace them.
It should say, now for the weather, and it should cut to, like, a stagehand. He just holds his phone up to the camera.
He's just like, this is Becky.
It looks like
he says it's gonna rain on Monday.
Looks like it could. It looks like it could snow tomorrow. Oh, I'm in the wrong town. Oh, don't wash your car. See, sports is next.
They just say check your app. They're like, check our app. So, yeah. So definitely not Elon Musk. He's down there. No idea why this guy.
He's this weird introverted, I don't go outside because the air's dirty kind of guy.
Yeah.
And he's just insanely smart.
Downstairs.
I thought his setup was sick. I was like, man, I like this minimalist look here. And you got your own like operation station. That's cool. And you got your computer that you don't need to really type on. You just run your fingers over the air above it. I was like, dude, you're right now, bro. I'm in the past. I look like a caveman looking at all your stuff. Very cool. Very cool.
He's like, thanks, I guess.
You're welcome.
And she's like, oh, God, I didn't know. You know, the wife is like, oh, I didn't know who I was meeting. I may have put on a different blouse.
It really bothered me. I was like, bro, that's her work clothes. Can she like change into her pink sweatpants or something, and pink on the butt, not pink as in the color? It's like, dude, it's time for her to decompress and relax. Dustin, you know when you come home, when your family
blouse.
What?
Did you see that blouse? I was like, don't change that blouse.
Bro, it's her work clothes. Like, let her get into something comfy.
No, I was fine with it. I was like, this is your one scene. Enjoy it. Like, I was just like, don't worry about it. She's like, these pants are hugging my ass just right. This blouse is banging. I'm good.
She knew the Mr. Keen when she saw him. She's like, whoa, you're like that super mega smart dude that
your family got rich from blood diamonds. He's like, hey, yeah, I did.
Probably.
So
she's like, well, I work for a company and we're doing this. He's like, you guys are just literally making paperweights. You're fucking, you guys suck.
You ain't doing nothing.
You're
bullshit.
You're making the Atari 2600. I'm on the Dreamcast, baby. Get online. She's like, what? He's like, no idea.
No idea at all.
Did you just not see my fucking real cloud?
Yeah, I was just like, why are you trying to impress this guy? He has a cloud in his living room. And he's just like, let me just show you the future real quick.
Yeah.
Come over here. And I was just like, why are you showing them? He's like, this chip. It's going to do everything, anything,
I was
all
like,
of it.
Where do I get one?
Yeah, and she wasn't just like, hey, you're a fucking nerd dweeb. I'm taking this fucking chip. Eat shit, okay? My fucking grease monkey husband's going to beat your ass up. This just became a robbery.
Dude, no. Don't make it a murder, fucking nerd.
He's like, the future is fucking harsh, man.
This is why I don't let people at my house.
Why don't let people in? Where's the cloud security? The cloud's like, he's just like, damn it, Cloud, you're
that'd
late.
Be sweet. The cloud came in like Mario Brothers and just fucking shot him with lightning bolts. I'd been like, fuck, dude, you fuck with the wrong nerd.
Fucked with the wrong cloud. All right. You gonna back it up to the cloud? I don't think so. Zzz. Yeah, that was a cloud joke, everybody. That's what this episode went to real quick.
Couldn't tell you if I laughed or not, Dustin, because I already turned it off.
It's fine. That's why I called it out.
So she's impressed. Grease Monkey shrugs.
He's just like, there's something just a man's man could do better than a damn machine. He's like, you see the future, I see 10 people on the unemployment line.
And I was like, okay, touche, good line. He's right. And fucking
I was like,
great.
We still pay people on the unemployment line in the future? I don't think so.
Oh, I think we do. This future looked good. Gray's like,
homeless camp.
These hands were built with rock and roll, and I don't fucking trust anything that fucking don't come from the good Lord himself. And I'm like, all right, this guy.
I only do analog.
I don't see
how a car is an advanced piece of machinery.
This guy uses smoke signals before he'll use a cell phone. I get it.
Yeah.
So they leave, and they're just like, oh, man, we're going home because we're going back to our rich house. I love you, Grease Monkey boyfriend, and I love you too, corporate wife. He's like, well, I owe you a little knobber. He's like, sure did.
I was like, hell yeah, let's get some fucking chase going on in this fucking car.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, he tries to grab the steering wheel and he yanks on it a little bit, and the car's like, please fuck off.
Yeah. Kara, the car's AI and that controls her, has like, don't touch the wheel. And he's just like, oh, sorry. Just like, what?
No, he's just kind of like, yeah, go fuck car. And she's like, bro, like, it's doing its thing. He's like, I don't trust the machines. He wasn't like,
this isn't an unenjoyable car ride.
In all honesty, like, as a character, he's not annoying with that factor. It's almost, it's just very it's lightly in there. We're just making fun of it, but he's not.
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't do it
over before you.
Yeah, exactly. So the car starts acting up, Dustin. It's just not listening.
Yeah,
it's doing my one pet peeve.
No sex in the car.
If you're an electronic device, just do your one goddamn job. If you're a phone, make the phone go. If you do it on the internet, make me on the internet. You play the games, play the fucking game. If you don't do that thing, I get upset.
You roll down the window.
Yeah, you're autonomous fucking driving. You fucking drive them to where they need to be. That's not their home.
Safely.
You took them under a bridge to this really scary homeless encampment, and there was bad guys that rolled up on them.
Yeah, he's like, "We're in my old hood. We shouldn't be in my old hood."
That's scary.
Like, what the fuck? And they're like, "Hey, car," and the car's just like, "Yeah, I'm going through some shit right now. I think I might have been dating a virus."
I can't hear you.
Car's like, I don't know. Last night was rough. Some homeless computer was putting a ding-a-ling in my tailpipe, and anyway, so you're gonna crash.
Everyone was like, homeless computer.
It's the future, man. There's computers that are homeless. All right, don't judge. Don't judge.
They get in a pretty decent car wreck, and I was like, oh man, I wonder if they shot the other scenes with this car again before they did the dipsy-doo crash this fucking car.
Totally had to, I appreciated this and the fact that he saw what was coming. I mean, sure, they wasted a lot of time not putting on seatbelts. That was kind of bothersome. But then he was just like, I'm going to make sure my wife gets buckled. Mm-hmm. Like, he was just like, it gave me a sense of his character instantly. And then
of course, yeah.
This was his first concern. He didn't put himself first. He put her first. And so he was just like, popped her in. He just looked at her. And then they were like, boo.
And I think they did have a really kind of normal reaction. We were kind of like, oh, let me give this thing a chance to correct itself. And then before you realize, like, oh, fuck, it's designed and it's not doing what it's designed to do. It's going to kill us, maybe? Fuck. Yeah. Flips, giant homeless encampment. And the homeless people are just like, bro, it's just another Tuesday night for us. We don't give a shit. Like,
really?
They no-sell everything. They're like, car flipped over
this fire. And now the fucking robot cars want to take that from me. Fucking hate this city. I hate this city.
But I love this view.
I love this view. Look at this water. It's so fucking cold by the shore. Why are we here? This is horrible. But, yeah. Another car rolls up. And I'll get four people. They put masks on. And, anytime people roll up with masks, I mean, this is 2018, people, so it's not that they're following proper mask mandates. No, they're just there to kill someone. And they pull him out of the car, cut her free. They pull him out like an asshole. They were like, hey, I'm not supposed to move you, but...
Yeah, he wasn't buckled in, so he got thrown around. I did like when the car flipped, and he kind of shattered on the top of the glass. I thought that was shot really well.
Yeah. No, the shots going piggybacking on what you said earlier were fantastic. Honestly, like the camera work does a great job of playing up the entire story. Like the way it enhances it. Yeah, the way it's shot and the things that happen within the story are good. It's not that the acting's bad or anything. It was just that I found the story to be overall a bit too predictable, and I wanted there just to be a little bit more. But it's it's fine. It's whatever. And so yeah, he gets dragged through. She's pulled out. The first bad guy, I'm just going to call him in this instance, since we don't know who he is yet. He pulls down his mask. He starts doing some eloquent speech to his wife, being like, "Hey, you probably see me as some podunk insect or some shit," and just a real like, "Fuck you, lady," vibe.
Having the have-nots.
Yeah. And then he shoots her right in the gut.
He pulls some anime shit. He opens up the palm of his hand, and you see you hear the sound. You don't see this, you see it later, but a gun discharges.
Yeah. So it kind of looks like it's kind of kept off camera, so it kind of looks like he
initially
a gun, like he has some sort of gun on him, basically. But
this John Waters looking motherfucker.
Yeah, and then they go over to him, because then he's just like, I'll fucking kill you. And they do something to him, or they just like auto paralyze his shit somehow.
Yeah, they shoot him in the back of his neck, and it's not with a gun. It's almost like this oversized tranquilizer looking thing.
Yeah.
If you're not paying attention, you kind of could miss it. But yeah, and then there's only 3 guys.
There's 4.
Was there 4?
Yeah, there's 4. I mean, he kills 4 fucking guys.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the first guy, in all honesty. Yeah. I was trying to place them all in my head.
Yeah, there's 4 guys. They roll up in the car and they'll get out. And so...
That's it, man. You wake up in the... Well, you see drones,
No, this is great, because he's actually sitting there. He can't move. He's paralyzed. He's just talking. He's talking to her. He's like, I can't move. I can't get to you. Stay with me. And then he just gets to watch her bleed out and die. And I actually liked that. It was probably one of the best scenes of the whole movie for me, because I just was like, damn, that is super fucked up, like sitting there unable to help like the person you care about as they die because you're just paralyzed and stuck all of a sudden, and like how foreign and crazy that would feel. Like that's not your norm, so you're just like, oh shit, and you're just like nothing you can do about it. It had to be like the worst. I was just like, why are you even alive, dude?
Brutal. He's paralyzed, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I would just been like, all right, hold on, honey, I'm swallowing my tongue.
You can't even do that, right? You can't even swallow pills. You're like a little bitch. You can't even swallow your tongue.
Right. I have to drink Yeah,
and you get a top-down shot. You get to see the police drones. Whereas in Code 8 had like a drone. This movie
and it was ginormous.
Did me a favor. It had multiple drones sprinkled throughout, where I felt like there was actually some surveillance.
Yeah, they understood that you could have like smaller drones doing like small drone things, and not like mega drones that were just like, I'm fucking overpowered. All right, I'm done for the day. I've killed like 18 civilians.
Look at Code 8. What a terrible movie.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep bringing it up.
Because it's got the drones, bro. What the fuck? And I hated that aspect of drones in that movie.
I mean, those drones were overpowered. That drone was overpowered. That drone was running that city.
So now we cut. We smash cut to Gray, and he's just getting his rehab. It's just this kind of, I don't want to say montage, but it might as well be, because we just don't spend a lot of time on this, which I appreciated. We just got him through it, because you as the viewer, everyone knows he's now quadriplegic. He has the automated wheelchair. It shows him doing trying to do the rehab stuff. There's this automated, it's like one of the arms they build on an assembly line that can inject his medicine, just mounted on the kitchen table. Look, even mom control it with her voice. It's fucking great. Everyone should have one.
Oh, that's the juice maker. That's the food printer. We don't get introduced to the drug machine until later.
Well, it's the same technology. I assume you just change the heads of them. One makes a goddamn smoothie, and one.
He's like, I'm over here trying to get my pain meds, and the damn thing's printing me a pizza. What the fuck? Sorry, sir. We got the wrong attachment on there. He's like, well, I'm losing my goddamn mind in pain right now. All right, but I got 15 fucking pizzas. Tell Shaq thank you. Like, will do, sir.
That's sir. Papa John's is gross.
I know. That's why I told him to stop 9 times. Goddamn pain just kept making me yell, Papa John's. But anyway.
So this is a couple of months later. He does the traditional beard. Mom shows up, Pamela. She's just like, hey, are you going to be like a total bummer? He was like, probably.
I mean, this did feed into my second favorite scene, where she's trimming his beard. And he's been very stoic, he hasn't shown much emotion or anything. Like, they're just kind of going through the motions of everything. Like, he's had one weird puking fit, and she was like, it's okay, just let it out. And I was like, what? What's happening? Why is he just randomly puking like that?
He's on meds, dude. His whole body, he's just not eating. He's probably got like an IV up his ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you
they were like, sir, it's the future. IVs go up your asshole now. He's just like, yeah, I'm from the future. I know. Just put it in already, please. Jesus, the only way I feel alive is the IV in my butthole.
So basically, he knows this medicine fucks him up, and he's like, well, I'll keep that on the fucking bow on that. Come back to that, and maybe I'll kill myself. It's like, whoa, movie.
But first, Mom's giving him a haircut. She's returning him to what he looked like at the start of the movie, which, whatever. But he just randomly breaks out into tears, and I felt that was just like kind of.
It was good. It was really
great.
good.
It was very believable, because I just that's grief just that can do that shit. It can just like hit you, or you're just like you fucking lose it, and his entire world and life sucks ass.
Marshall Green, you did great, dude. I thought
you did great.
I thought you did really well, and I could have a couple of nitpicks, but hey, it was just what you were given as the actor to work with. I feel a little later, and I'll address it when it comes up. They gave you a little bit too cheeky type lines, where I was just kind of like, tonally, your character.
Everything else I've seen in this movie, but okay.
Yeah, like that's my. If I have to be super nitpicky overall, they're kind of not really sure how we're hitting here, because it's kind of a bummer right now. Like it's heavy, it's kind of dark, it's drab, and you're like, Jesus, I'm going through a lot here, and my main character is just getting knocked around and shat on.
So then he's down to the police station.
Detective Cortez.
He's like, listen, detective, what do you got on the case? And she's just like, I'm real anti-machines too, like to get my hands dirty, hit my feet on the pavement, real old school. By the way, I don't have any leads.
Yeah, we don't have a goddamn thing. Let me go to the drones. Drones, you're gonna bail me out on this one?
We couldn't tell what the drones had filmed. Seemed to be pretty crystal clear, but enhancing it kind of just made it blurry. We haven't subscribed to Photoshop so we can get the super enhance yet. I'll let you know when the chief approves the subscription, okay? I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot.
Have you seen the subscription? We don't even get the fucking school discount.
For how many computers? Fuck no. We're using one. Using one.
Is this on? Adobe? Hey, I know you're listening to... Fuck you. They're like, what, dude?
I mean, that's just like, it's just a new feature included in Photoshop. You don't have to subscribe just for it. She's like, I'm trying to fucking figure out a murder. Give me a discount. Give me a discount. All right?
She just says that everywhere she goes. $2.99 for a Whopper Junior. I'm trying to figure out a murder. Can you give me a discount?
Trying to figure out a murder and stay on a budget. Okay? All right? They're defunding us because we're out of fucking control. Too many goddamn drones killing people. Give me a discount. Give me what's the lowest you can go? They're just like, God, I hate when the chief of police shows up. She's horrible.
Let me check, man. Get out.
She's just like, I'll be back. This crime hasn't been solved yet. It's not a net I haven't cracked, okay? They're just like, we don't know what that means. Get out of here, lady.
Yeah, so Gray's just like, well, this sucks. I'm going to try to kill myself.
Yeah, he's just like, PM meds. And he's like, administrator, PM meds. And he's like, again. And then the machine's like, I'm going to call you an ambulance because if I do one more, you're dead. And I'm getting kind of worried. So
I like that. I was really, this goes to another thing of how I really like the evolution of technology to their technology. Like, it wasn't crazy Blade Runner, but it had like items, everyday items that I think we have that would just make that evolution. Yeah. And the machine was like, bro, no. No, dude.
You can only admin me a couple times, and then I'm going to start to get suspicious.
That's it. That's the 911 call in this next one.
Yeah, I loved it. It was like, listen, you could dope up 5 times. After that, we're going to dope up anonymous, okay?
No, you're going to the hospital to get your stomach pumped, you fuck.
Yeah.
So he's back in the hospital.
And there, Green Goblin from the Amazing Spider-Man series shows up, and he's just like, listen, I got a glider, and I know you're Peter Parker. And he's just like, what? And he's like, oh, sorry, wrong movie. But I totally look like that guy. I totally look like him a little bit. Just a little bit. No, what? He's just like, that's what he reminded me of, okay? This cast looked like other people to me, okay? Maybe that was my problem in the movie. He looked like the guy who played Green Goblin.
He ain't.
Harry Osborn. I know he's not, but he looked like him. I'm aware that he was not the same person. Anyway, he's just like, hey, buddy. I know I don't really come out of my cool fucking
very cool
mystery dungeon with my personal cloud security.
Very cool.
But I put on this fucking 50-cent medical mask, and I'm here now. What would you say if I put this fucking chip in your neck and you could probably like walk and talk again? He's just like, I could talk right now. He's like, oh shit, okay, all right, well, walk. What if you could walk again?
Basically, he plays them. He's like, hey, dude, I know you're going through some shit, and I got the cure. It's going to be this STEM project. Remember that thing, that $1 billion thing that's going to just change the world?
Remember that thing you called a cockroach? You remember that? You said that looked like a cockroach. You said that to me in my home with my personal fucking cloud.
The great is like, I don't care, dude. I want to kill myself. And he replies with, you know what? That's really a bitch ass answer. What would your wife say about some bitch ass shit coming from you, grease monkey? And he was like, that's it. Sign me up.
Yeah, that's all it takes. He's just like, oh, you dropped my wife's name. All right, I'll do it.
Which is fine. Matches with his character.
Want me to live.
Gives him that carrot he can kind of reach for to get possible revenge or start a new life. But he's just got revenge on his mind because revenge is sweet.
Yeah, I mean, not his revenge, but kind of, maybe.
We go back to Keen's spot,
Yeah.
and he's just they cut this dude's neck open.
They don't cut his neck open, Kevin. They fucking carve out some barbecue. I was like, these are the worst surgeons. Like, what these were there is so much damage happening to his fucking tissue right now.
You saw the cleanup they did? He looked great.
Yeah, that's because they were on some fucking fake ass carcass. They were just like, oh god, why'd they give us a real cadaver? I'm fucking up everything. I'm an actor, not a doctor.
This went back to the thing I did like of they had like the contacts in to enhance their vision to do the surgery.
Not that anyone in the police force can afford those to look at the footage and figure out who murdered his wife. Just saying.
Come on, dude. Like, what are you even talking about?
Just saying. Enhance.
You're talking about big fucking pharma here? Or are you talking about the goddamn local police department that is probably funded by another corporation to get those drones, to get said guns? Come on, act like you know what's going on, bro.
Get some fucking contact lenses. I'm just saying.
Anyway, so they have it set up where surgeons, have these things to help enhance their vision to do these operations. They kind of had it in their contacts. They had these almost X-ray type scan MRI kind of status things around this surgical globe that he's in. I don't know, little kind of cool things I like. They just added a nice little, hey, it's sci-fi, but we're not going to go too crazy. But don't forget, he wakes up. He's in his little Mass Effect 3 fucking compression wear, and Keen's like, hey, man, you going to have to sign this NDA because
you're skipping the part with the doctor. The doctor's just like, try to walk. Can you feel this? And he's just like, I can't, but I can lift my arm. And then he's just like, and now the other one. And then Keen's just like, hey, could you walk now? And he's just like, fuck. Where'd these sticks come from on my arm? I can do it. And then he's just like, you gotta sign this NDA. Don't tell anyone ever that I made you walk again. Because the government will take this shit.
Yeah, it's like, that's my tech. You are just kind of using my tech. So the only thing I was like, well, he's been quadriplegic for months. He would actually really just need rehab for his muscles so they did atrophy. And you know what I mean? You can't really just stand up and start walking. But it's sci-fi, and I blamed it on the Super Chip. So I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and let you have it, movie.
Super Chip don't care. Super Chip's like, hey, we're going to fucking work this shit out right now.
Super Chip's like, I'm a plot device, so back the fuck up. I'm like, okay, done. So he's like, hey, keep it on the down low. We don't need anybody sniffing around. Keep rocking the chair. And, we'll kind of just check on you periodically. And, you just...
come in for your oil change.
Hang loose, bro. He's like, cool beans. Yeah. Gray heads back to the spot. He kind of gets in there and he just starts. It's really weird on this part where it's a murder with your wife, and he has the detective
entire case
has the whole case file of all the people that could possibly be associated or involved, the location, the footage, and I was like, well,
dropping this off at his house.
Is he just like appeasing him because he's handicapped now, or she feels just obligated? Like, if the movie really wanted to do that, like, give me some sort of connection where she just feels bad for it, maybe his condition, or like some sort of personal effect, something where I'd be like, well, she's going to get fired for doing this. Like,
yeah, it just seemed like this is business as usual. Get your vigilante justice on. Like,
yeah, she's like, listen, man, if you were Charles Bronson and this is New York in the 70s, you'd have a hole in every fucking punk wearing a jogger at the side of the fucking boroughs. And he's like, what? She's like, huh? Did you ever see Space Odyssey? He's like, what?
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, and they're kind of just in this real bullshit file thing. At least make them future-y cool. Put them on a USB. Tomato.
And then he was like watching the footage and still doing like some... It's because she knew he doesn't like digital, Kevin. She was just like, here's a printout.
I kind of thought about that. Here's a dot matrix. He's like, what? Wow, I'm not that anti.
I like fucking crisp lines on my paper. Thank you very much. Like,
you took me too seriously.
Do a laser printer. Like, that didn't take anyone's job.
Ugh, okay. Who died? Your wife. Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot my motivation for a minute. Thought it was I wanted to walk and play ball with my son. Oh, wait, no, that's That's not this movie at all.
Speaking of walking, he is walking now. He's just like you and me. He's a real boy. He's back in action.
He does walk a little goofy, which I appreciated because it kind of was like...
I felt it was very RoboCop-y to me.
Very RoboCop.
With the shoulder turn and I fucking kind of liked it. And I was like,
I did actually. I liked it. I was like, okay.
It's a nice...
it made me buy into it.
It's a good buy-in. It's a nice visual cue and reminder of what, status he's in. It's just, hey, Stim's doing the walking. And Stim here on out is the chip. It goes by Stim.
Yeah.
Because Stim now introduces himself. And I really like this part because Stim is now, he's pretty much a full-blown AI.
Yeah.
And he's a straight shooter. They didn't play, because I was just like, did this movie just become my favorite buddy cop movie? Are they buddy cops? Because I'm taking this idea and I'm buddy copping it. It's just a chip in his butt and he's fucking fighting crime. But Stim
he's like, may I suggest something? He's just like, not now, Chip. He's like, ah, damn it, that's your only suggestion.
Chip, you got me. And he just wrecks his car. He's like, the fumes are burning my eyes. He's like, no, this is basically going to numb your body for this big car wreck I just put us in. He's like, thanks, Chip. Boo.
He's just like, Chip, how come I can't move my legs? He's like, side effects may include paralysis permanently. He's just like, God damn you, Chip.
And
you got me again.
And poopy shorts.
No.
Stim's pretty much a straight man in this, and I really appreciated that because I was like, please don't start telling jokes. Johnny Five's not alive. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he's like, hey, what's up, Gary? What's up, Gray? I'm in your head. He's like,
what's up, Gary? Hey, Gary. He's just like, hey, man, what's up? What's happening? I need you to get out of here, Gary. I need to talk to Gray. Oh, all right, man. That's cool.
And it was cool. So Gray sells it perfectly. He's like, what the fuck? Who's in my house? I gotta kill because you're just like, dude, hey, somebody's got your secret. Somebody knows you're walking. Oh. Maybe she's in that. Oh, it's the thing that he put inside you. And he's just like, yeah, man, I'm a chip. I can do these things. And go back to the footage. Did you see that? And he's like, see what? What's happening?
He's like, well, let me just go ahead and use your eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's cool. He's like, let me get permission to control your body. And like, it's really, it kind of gradually builds up. It's not like
well, at first he tells him to like not talk. So then he doesn't. He like follows his commands. And he's just like, all right, you could talk now. And he's just like, okay, here's my suggestion. He's just like, what the fuck? I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, nah, dude, you're like a little bit crazy.
Crazy. But a good crazy.
But yeah, he takes permission of his hand and he draws this like tattoo, and then he can read the tattoo, and then it's actually like a dog tag, essentially, which I thought was pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's cool.
No, this part is pretty cool. He's like, hey, let's go over this drone footage, enhance this. He's like, I can see that. Let me show you what it is. And that he's like, can I take control of your body? And then Gray's like, yeah. And he starts doing it like a scanner. He runs the pencil like in this left and right, up, down angle. Like no one draws like that. And I was like, all right, that's kind of a cute touch. And he's like, yeah, it's a digital dog tag. Here's his dog tags. I looked him up. This is the dude. And he just super Googled his ass like hard. He like fucking IMDb'd him. He fucking Indeeded him. He fucking Friendstered him. He just did everything.
He's like, you got MySpace? I fucking found it. I know you do. It's still kicking. It's still kicking.
Top 8, motherfucker. I'm coming for you.
He's like, I'm going to be your number fucking 2. That's for damn sure.
And Stim's like, well, what? He kind of like little devil on your shoulder and angel at the same time.
Yeah, because instantly Gray's just like, I'm calling the fucking cops. I found the guy. You helped me find.
He's like, whoa, dummy. What do you think they're going to do? He's like, have you ever seen a procedural in your life? You got nothing.
He's like, you can't. This isn't going to be fucking admissible in court. They're not going to do anything. And also, you can't talk about me. How'd you get this shit? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a piece of fucking paper.
That was the part I really liked, where he was like, hey, I'm a secret. I was like, oh, yeah, don't forget. Yeah. Tee.
He's just like, He's just like, are you laughing? No, I'm not laughing. Let's just like go commit some murders.
So now Gray's got one of the perps, and Stim's like, listen, why don't you go fuck him up yourself? He's like, maybe I will.
maybe I'll sleep on it and wake up and totally do that. So he does. He wakes, and then he sees the guy leaving.
Goes back to the ghetto. He's in his wheelchair, Dustin, because he's got to play the part.
In his wheelchair. He's like, wheelchair lockdown.
I like that. I was like,
only my ass sits in that chair and makes it move, okay?
That's an expensive chair. They will take that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm like, you tell me they can't fucking hack a wheelchair? They can hack a car, but they can't hack a wheelchair? Come on. This is bullshit.
Why would they want to hack his wheelchair?
What? Like you said, they would steal that wheelchair. So
why would the homeless guy is going to go over there and hack it? This isn't Terminator 2 where you just plug something into an ATM and it starts shitting out. And why did you only take a couple of $100 out of the ATM? Like, fucking stupid. Terminator 2's got a lot of problems.
It was a fucking busy day at that ATM, Kevin. Okay, or maybe it was in a bad location. They were like, we kind of only put $200 in here. You know, it's like this is dicey. It's dicey down here.
A bad location on that ATM.
This is a bad location. You get $200, okay?
A lot of white kids wearing Public Enemy shirts love to hack the shit out of this. He's like, no shit. He's like, yeah, because we got a camera here and we see it go down. He's like, you think maybe we should, not put money in this one?
We should move this location. We should, but we won't because it's insured. We don't actually care.
Who's the kid? I think it's John Connor. Yeah, you know his name. Yeah,
but he's got like a fucking grid.
He's got like a real relationship with machines or something. Or maybe it's a beef. I'm sure I'll find out later.
I'm sure this will end poorly in a 8-movie franchise. I don't remember where we're at now. Oh, so then he's just like, all right, wheelchair, I'm going to just stand up and walk across the street to this guy's house. And I'll be back later. Breaks into the guy's house. The stem is just like, I cannot help you pick that goddamn lock. He's just like, it's all right, I got this shit. Grease monkey for life. Mm-hmm. Pops it open. Goes in. He's just like, I would recommend taking off your shoes. I was like, why? He's the only one inside. Like,
well, I thought it was for like DNA. Like he was going to trace, like, because of the oil. So I was like, does Tim know about the oil on his boots?
Well, clearly not enough because he didn't get the fucking shit off the porch. So, but whatever.
This is his first rodeo. Takes it off.
Yeah, he starts looking around, finds an empty gun case, kid pictures on the fridge,
Microsoft Surface.
Yeah, he's just like that. He's like, turn the table on, because much like us, we were just like, that's just a shitty coffee table. But Stim was just like, hey, that's a computer. Can you like turn it on? And then he skims through his messages. He's like, what's this place? He's just like, I don't fucking care, you fucking computer. It's a shit ass bar that's off the grid, okay? We'll see you later. All right? Guy comes home, he stands to hide. And then he's just like, now you have the jump on him. Well, you have the moment of surprise. And then the guy sees in his TV that there's fucking someone behind him. He starts fucking him up. He's like, ugh.
And I actually like that, because it wasn't like Gray just turned into some cool guy assassin. He was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm half crazy listening to this voice in my head. Am I making this? You know, and he was just like, what?
No, I didn't appreciate that he just didn't go all Jason Bourne on him, you know?
Yeah. And Stim goes, you know, man, you're getting your ass beat. Do you mind if I help here?
You mind if I like protect our body a little bit? You know, I kind of got some investment in this carcass.
Yeah.
Being that I'm in it. So please stop.
But then Stim takes over and he just starts fucking this dude up. And it's actually pretty cool. And then you start seeing some of the camera effects come in to kind of represent Stim in that control.
Yeah.
He works the dude over and they get him into and I did kind of laugh at this part. He gets him into the fucking kitchen. He starts cracking plates over his head. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. Stim, what the fuck?
Yeah. This whole thing is pretty good. He's like, Stim, he's got a knife. He's just like, we have one too. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was like, oh,
then he was just like, knife. I was like, oh shit.
I just like that really stood out to me. The action stood out. Like I said, the camera control, the blocking, everything. And I was like, wow, I was really hoping it wouldn't be this just garbled mess of just shit happening. And it wasn't. He flips him around. He does this kind of cool fucking fatality, like kill move. Yeah. And I was like, wow, He kind of just splits his jaw in half through his cheeks.
Oh yeah, he eat the killers him. Like
yeah,
it was definitely like Mortal Kombat fatality shit. Fun little side note. So I was watching this with my family. Kind of was just like, oh, I don't know what to expect. I didn't.
What's the movie?
We got to this part. I was like, okay, now I'm watching it by myself. All right, everyone get out of the fucking room.
Movie's over.
Like, yeah, I was like, movie's over.
Family's back in their bags. It looks like in the distance.
There was a long pause at this point where I had to explain, like, well, what's happening? It's not real.
Everyone needs to understand this is a Blumhouse movie, and really what they like to do is no, hold on. He did the Saw movies, and that's how he got popular. No, hold on, guys, everyone, who's leaving? I'm talking. Fuck it.
Yeah. So
let's just say they're Blumhouse for life now. Dustin's family.
They probably they're just like, what's the next Blumhouse joint, Dad?
So like, next week. The week after that, they don't stop.
They don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Get it. So that was a fun part. I was like, okay, this movie might be more interesting to me alone right now. So, yeah. No, I thought that kill was great. I mean, even though I had to, like, rewind the movie to then reappreciate it with, like, just myself as the audience. But,
Gray shook. He throws up. And I like that. Like I was like, wow, he's not just like, I'm fucking big dick Gray now. No one fucks with me.
He's like, I said stop him, not fucking stop him from breathing. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he's just like, what do I do? He's like, give me a second. He's like, okay, 1 second has passed. He's like, no, just fucking hold on, okay? You fucking dipshit computer asshole. Damn it. And he's just like, what do I do? He's like, you gotta get rid of everything.
Evidence that you were here.
He's just like, I can't remember what I touched. He's just like, good news. I do. Okay.
I like that part too. And I was like, oh, the stim's in for the long haul.
I was like, but all those pills are on the floor. How do you know which pill you touched?
Stim
also, what part of the glass did you touch?
Stim, he's gonna have him pick them up, put them in bit by bit.
Fucking light it on fire. Just burn the whole place down.
That's plan B.
It's plan B. And then I think we go to either he gets yelled at or we go to the coroner. I don't remember which one is next.
I think we just go to the coroner.
Okay.
So we can get the detective going, that ghetto neighborhood. That's Gray's neighborhood. Was he over there? This guy was killed. Mortal Kombat 11 style.
He's a paraplegic. I better just fucking double check to make sure he's not faking it.
Is this the word? Is he grifted me? Is this an insurance scoop?
Is this a Ponzi scheme? What the fuck? What the fuck? They're like, that doesn't work. Whatever. I don't know how schemes work. I'm a easy mark. They're just like, God, I hate Cortez.
Is this guy working for the private sector now?
She's just sitting there. They're like, Cortez, we're wrapping up, all right?
Just rubbing her chin for 20 minutes of the movie.
She has a Band-Aid on in the next scene. They're just like, what the fuck happened to your face?
A lot of thinking. It's a thinking face.
Goddamn thinking. Yeah, but I will say I did not like, much like when they mangled his fucking back, and it kind of like looked gross, where I was just like, this doesn't look very good, guys. Like that was probably one of the weaker parts of it. So did this corpse, this bloated fucking corpse of a very tiny man. Just everything about this fucking dead body was bloated. And he's just like, the coroner's just like, check out this fucking gun arm. He's like, look at this shit. You load it up here. It's just, pow, pow, pow. He's like, I cut this shit up.
They needed a moment to introduce the gun arm thing. Listen, the gun arm thing.
He was like,
I was like, this is like Gunjack from Tekken. And then I thought about, and I was like, ooh, this is like, is this gun kata? Is someone going to do gun kata? I hope not. And then I started thinking about Equilibrium, and then I was like, God, fuck that movie.
No, fuck you. We need gun kata. Okay, that's the future I want. If we don't have gun kata in the future, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed
off. If we have gun kata in the future, I'm gonna be
so pissed off. No, you can keep your jetpacks. I want gun kata. I want everything. I want practicing gun kata. I want fucking gun kata masters. I want gun kata fucking dojos. I want someone to go and crush those gun kata dojos.
I'm gonna accidentally gun kata myself, and it won't be an accident.
That's fine. You can gun kata yourself. There's a lot of accidents that happen in gun kata.
I assume everything's an accident.
They don't get labeled often. Teach your kids gun kata. Fucking Billy, can you pick up Billy from gun kata practice? Oh, fucking gun kata again this week. I swear to God, can't the kid kick a soccer ball? Oh, fucking really? You just support him for once in your miserable fucking life, Bill? He's just like, oh, fuck. Oh, go pick up the little shit from
Jimmy said gun kata. Susie's in a wheelchair. What did you want, Doris?
Well, if she was better at gun kata, she's like, I can hear you. Yeah, fucking fuck you. Fucking no gun kata for you. You little shit. You,
Dustin and Kevin, I'm going to the old bones.
No, first he's got to get yelled at by, Hobgoblin. Yeah, sure, that guy.
Well, Keen's just like, hey, that's my property. Stop killing everybody. What's the problem? I could turn you off like a switch.
Stupid chip, and he's just like, well, you didn't tell me this chip could fucking talk. And he's just like, what? And
he's like, oh, it talks to you, and that plays on to a little point later. So you're like, oh, I see.
He's talking to you. I see. Oh, okay then. Well, if you could just give me a moment to catch my breath and talk to the cloud for a second. Cloud, you hear this goddamn bullshit over here? All right. We'll talk later. Yeah, he's just not thrilled about that. And then so he's just like, be a model citizen. No more killing. No. Bad. And he's just like, fuck, tell me what to do. And and then I think he gets questioned by the detective. Oh yeah, the detective comes over, wants to buy his last car. And he's just like, wow.
No.
Like, that's real fucked up. Like, that's my car, and I can't work on
cars.
Like,
whatever, anymore. Turbo, you're not using it.
He's just like, what makes you think I don't need my car anymore? And she's just like, I don't know.
Wheels.
Some fucking wheels underneath you already. So,
yeah. He's like, uh-huh. And she's basically playing cop with him on this scene. She's copping him.
She's good copping him, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like this scene for the reason of, and I find this to be very typical in American revenge movies like this. The cop tends to then become focused on the person getting the revenge, and loses all fucking focus for the people he's getting revenge on. Exactly. And I'm like, he's making this look really easy to find. What the fuck is your guys' problem?
Did you kill your wife for some weird reason that I have footage of saying you didn't?
Yeah, it's all part of your master plan. He's just like, what the fuck? What? No.
The only part that I did like was Stim was like, she's looking at your boots. She's gonna fucking just say this, bro. She's trying to play you right now.
Yeah, and don't look away. She'll know you're lying.
So you're kind of like, is Stim really trying to help, or is he just protecting his own interest? We'll find out.
We'll find out more later at 9, right after the weather app. And yeah, so it's just a weird. It's just a weird interaction because our previous interaction between these two people was him going, "Have you found my wife's killer?" And then this one, she's just like, "Thanks for the beer. Want to sell me your car? Why were you in this neighborhood?" Well, and he's not like, "Hey, have you found my wife's killer?" Because
the thing is,
it's kind of a dead giveaway that he's looking on his own.
If he was just like, oh, she had a huge insurance policy, I hired some guys to kill her and kill me, but I lived, and you know what I mean? It wasn't like she's like, oh, did you just have him knocked off and you got quote unquote
half crippled? Cobalt.
Yeah, and then maybe they just hit you with something to make everything come off like you're paralyzed, but then it goes away, or you know what I mean, like numbs you or whatever, right? So that's what I thought her angle was going to be. It was just like, you had her killed, you hired some thugs and blah 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 because you're a grease monkey that just knows seedy underbelly guys. And they really didn't kind of do that. And so I felt the same way you did, where I was just like, you think this paraplegic guy? I mean, I really need a smoking gun from him, no offense, because he's handicapped and he just cut a dude's head open like a fucking bottle cap. And what?
Yeah, and said she was just like, I'm on to you, Gray. And he was just like,
cool.
Okay.
Maybe you should leave, detective.
Maybe you should detect something other than me. Okay, that'd be nice if you could fucking do that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stim's like, all right, let's go. I got the next lead, and he's just like, no, because your dude's gonna like turn you off, and then I'm gonna be like stuck in the wheelchair again, and I've kind of got a taste for this revenge thing.
Whatever, I got a plan for that. I'm STEM. I'm smarter than you. You know it. So
let's STEM it. Let's get our STEM on.
He's just like, listen, by the time he does all that, we're gonna find out. We're going to the old bones. We're gonna kill this dude. You're gonna be a hero because I got a plan.
And so he's like, all right, let's go to the old bones. He drives right up, and he's just like, what's your plan now? He's just like, I don't know. I'm going to get this guy to hold my whiskey for me.
Kind of
so
funny.
I can drink it out of the fucking straw. Yeah, I was just impressed the guy did it. He was just like, all right, fuck it. Not the worst thing I've seen today. Handicapped man wanting a whiskey. So here you go. And then that gives him some liquid courage. And then he tells the bar, he's like, hey, which one of you fuckers knows something about my dead wife? Or had something to do with it? And then a very tall man stands up and is just like, yo, let me talk to you in the bathroom. So he wheels him into the bathroom where there's kind of just a comedic amount of bullet casings on the bathroom.
Yeah, there was a lot. I was like,
that was way too many. I was like, what are you guys doing in here? Where are all the bullet holes? Who's taking a shit in here, you think? No one.
Dude, it was like the floor of a Texas Roadhouse with peanut shells.
Yeah, only in the bathroom. Like someone's got just had no hygiene.
Oh, I was still talking about. I was still talking
about
the bathroom.
Okay.
That was the joke.
I see what you did there.
They got good bread.
Oh my god! Don't get me started on that bread. The bread with the fucking butter.
Honey butter.
I would leave this podcast right now to eat some. If someone was just like, "Hey, I got that bread and butter right behind you," I'd be like, "All right, bye, Kevin. Finish the fucking movie without me." Delicious. It was yum. Anyway.
You run it away, or you smacking your lips? I couldn't.
That was me walking away. That was my butt cheeks just clapping together. They were just so fucking happy. They were just like, "We're gonna shit that bread and butter later."
What the hell?
Hey man, I mean, don't judge me and my body. Fuck you.
Bread and butter?
Yeah, we're gonna shit the bread and butter later. I mean, what do you think? I'm just like
because of bread and butter, it makes you use
just eventually I'm gonna go doo. Okay, the butt is excited that it's gonna be bread and butter. Okay,
I don't go. Wow,
you really give this a lot of deep thought.
I didn't know there was like a food list where your butt's like, oh, I can't wait to poop that later. That's weird.
You know, like Taco Bell, butt's not excited.
Then why'd you eat it?
Danger zone.
Or is your butt and your mouth just at war constantly?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, they just really don't like each other.
And the brain's just shrugging. I don't know, dude.
Brain's just like, I'm just trying to get by. Like this job's rough. So
someone says burrito supreme, and I just go for it. The mouth says like, I said it. The butt was like, I vetoed it.
No, God no. No, not again, please. It's like a crime scene down here.
The butt just sounds like a widowed wife that's just going through trauma after trauma. Just first her husband is killed by a fucking chimichanga, and then the son and daughter were just maimed by a fucking Casa Bonita menu item.
Oh my god. That's committing to diarrhea when you go there.
She's just always in a black veil, just like she loses constantly.
Excuse me, the level of chlorine in my food is a bit too high. Can we do something about that?
No one knows what a Casa Bonita is.
You're in Casa Bonita. It comes with the territory. No, people know. Because people have been, like my cousin, he came to visit me or not me specifically in Colorado, but he came to Colorado.
Here for the Bonita? What are you doing here? I live here.
Dude, yeah, they were like, we're going to the Bonita. And my parents were like, we're going to go meet your cousin at Casa Bonita. And I was like, do I have to eat the food? And they're like, yes. And I was like, fuck, this is going to suck.
Wait, wasn't it on South Park or something?
Yeah, they made fun of it on South Park.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lots of people know. And I think a lot of people have been duped into going because they hear about it and they're taken there. They're like, oh, I don't know anything about Denver. Let's go to the Casa Bonita. And then they end up there and like, this is horrible.
No one's ever said that.
Let's go to the Casa Bonita. I'm telling you. What?
No one's ever said that. I don't believe you. Nope.
I'm telling you, that isn't legit. What happened to my cousin? They were just like, we're going to the Casa Bonita. And he was like, okay. And then he got there and everyone was like, what the fuck? Why does this place exist? So, and then diarrhea. How did we get here? Where are we at in this movie? Oh, the bathroom.
Grace taken to the bathroom by one of the thugs that has killed his wife. They're like, well, you just bit off more than you can chew. You're handicapped. They throw him on the floor. They're like, oh man, he's really selling this. The main bad guy stabs him with a knife. And he's like, wow. He's like, when does it start to hurt? And he runs it up to his chin. He's like, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. And he's like, dude, do you know who killed my wife right now? Were you there?
I need to hear it. I need to hear it.
And he's like, and then he's like, fuck you. And he's like, Stem? And Stem's like, I'm running this. And he does this cool, like, stand up fucking Undertaker fucking sit up and just starts kicking everybody's ass. Stem's calling the shots. Stem's running defense. Stem's running fucking offense. He's all over it. He's like, be careful, Gray. You still can get your ass beat. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then he just squats over him. He's like, dude, I'm a fucking ninja. And this is where it started to tonally kind of lose me. I was like, hey, dude, don't.
Yeah, I didn't understand that line. And I didn't even understand why Stem corrected him and said, you are not a ninja. And I was like, shut the fuck up, Stem. Shut the fuck up, both of you.
Yeah, there was a couple of wonky lines where it's cool that he's doing this and I'm rooting for him, but he still needs to have that pain, like not max pain where grounded. He's just, he needs to still be grounded. He still needs to be angry. He still, like, revenge needs to still stay in the forefront to me. When he gets at this part of the narrative, it starts to kind of get a little waka when he has to the next big scene. And I don't know. I think it hurts his character a little bit because it goes away almost instantly at the end of the third.
Yeah. But, so then...
This guy's not talking, Dustin.
Yeah, this guy's not talking. Even though he's found his sweet spot, Gray can't do it. He's just like, I can't do it. Stem, you're going to have to... And Stem's like, yeah, no, dude, I got you. Just fucking close your eyes and Stem's like, grab the knife. Shave this motherfucker. He's just like... I was like, that is way too many arm movements. Are we trying to get him to talk or, like, rearrange his face? Like, what's happening
He jigsaws him. That's for sure.
So then the guy's just like, my name is irrelevant because I'm going to die. And yeah, I participated in killing your wife. It was just a job. And he does not like hearing that, but it's kind of a bit too late. The guy just kind of goes to sleep, and that's it, And then he gets some jolts.
Forever.
Yeah, forever. Like, he doesn't wake up. He's not there in, like, the third act. Like, hey, man, sorry about that. And he's like, it's all right.
I dozed off. And Stem tells Gray that, hey, whatever you're doing, you need to go to this address right now. I've been on the dark web. We need to get to a hacker. And he's like, a hacker? I mean, this guy doesn't even know what a Circus City is, let alone a hacker. Yeah. It's kind of like a fish out of water.
Web is. He's just like, what is that? Is that like Charlotte's Web? Is that the sequel to Charlotte's Web? Somebody tell me.
You're on the internet in a dark room?
He's just like, because I'm there most nights, honestly. He's just like, oh.
So it's like a little fish out of water, like buddy comedy.
Yeah, I didn't really understand how. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You're about to pitch something funny, probably.
No, it wasn't funny at all. It was just really. He's like, dude, go here, find this person, bring cash. We need to get we need to run a route on this. So basically, Keen can't control me because he's going to take me offline. We need to just basically block all of his access to me remotely because He's in the clouds. And I was like, ooh, it's saved in the cloud.
Yeah.
It's going to rain. And then
57 degrees all week.
And so you can slowly, it's kind of trying to create some tension. And Keen's already put some his errand boys, kind of like, I don't know if it's his corporate lackeys, like foot soldiers, out to go pick Gray up.
Yeah.
And we also have, which is the main dude that did the killing. His name's Fisk, and he's kind of run these little ex-soldiers. They're kind of like these militant, guns for hire,
Yeah, they're definitely mercenaries.
Armed forces. And so they're so you basically have these two groups converging on them. Fisk's guys, it's like two guys. They show up at the bar because they're trying to basically figure out what the hell, who's killed our dude, who MK11 our guy, and what's going on. And you notice, just to kind of get to it, is they all have basically Fisk and his boys all have these cybernetic enhancements. So it's very cyberpunk, where they have the, I don't know, 357 shotgun arms where they load the rounds into their bicep.
Well, you could say, Kevin, that they're upgraded.
Oh, I like it. Hold on to that. We might use it later. So they're all jacked up. And this was kind of my only, and this is another little kind of with it, where the movie did a great job of showing me technology that's kind of evolved into this upper echelon state. But when it came to the skill set of these guys, these special op dudes, we really just didn't know what bullshit. It was a little too bullshitty. And I think they got it just a little too greedy with it. Like, they had a couple of cool ideas, and no one was just like, hey, man, everything else, like, I like the gun arm thing. I mean, it's got to be a nightmare to travel.
Oh, yeah. And it's just got to be hell to clean and maintain,
Yeah, but
like, what if you fuck up and you bend your arm the wrong way,
It's very cool. It's just cool cyberpunk-ish stuff, very anime, very future tech. And I just thought it was very cool. They didn't really go into too much of the physical makeup of the guns. It was just like, dude, they're throwing shells down their arm and it comes out of their hand like just magic missile, motherfucker. Boom, it's a bullet. And I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then
when he did the eye thing, I was just like, what the fuck?
Well, when he did the eye thing, I didn't mind the eye thing because I've already seen in your world there's cybernetic enhancements on vision, and I let it go. The only part where I was just like, that's too much is
the sneeze,
the breath, like Superman breath. So basically, just to kind of follow this plot kind of thing, Fisk and his other homeboys show up. They see that their third brother's been murdered. He puts his finger into his eye. This little almost like needle comes out and it scans his eye. So now Fisk can see what his friends saw, which I dug it. I took it. I was like, okay. And then he goes back to the bartender and he's like, hey, man, one of our boys just got killed back there and you didn't do anything about it. And he's like, you're a piece of shit. And he just kind of has this complex where it's like, you're a human, I'm upgraded, you're trash. And I can't believe someone of our caliber died because you're a piece of trash and you didn't do your job. You should have let us know immediately. He's like, hey, man, I don't want any beef. And he's like, I could kill you with like a breath or so. He says something stupid like that. So the dude kind of does a fake cough, Fisk, and you see these this is his spit cloud. And I was like, oh, geez, this is a little too real right now. Fly towards him. And he gets tighter. He pushes in. Then you see these little almost spores, and they have these blades. And I was like, oh, okay, so you got to breathe that in. He's going to shred his lungs. Yeah, be dead. The old bartender just got his lung. He went out like a bitch. I just got I got a mutilated kill. I got an MK11 kill, and I have an old dude that fell over.
Yeah, he was like, I was like, Jesus.
That was before he fell over.
Yeah, that was before he even got the cough. So
that was kind of disheartening, but whatever. You basically Stim lets Gray know that you need to get a hold of this person named Jamie. They're a hacker. They can root this system. They could get it. He's like, you need to hurry before I go offline. So it builds this tension. We got the cat and the mouse part. He's ducking through. Fisk and the boys know where he's headed. And we also have Keen's team in transit to this junky ass building where it's like a VR nest where everybody just hangs out and hangs out
it's like
in
a
VR
really
world,
shitty
like
VR
that
nest,
Bruce
though.
Willis movie where they just live their life in a digital world.
Don't bring that up again.
What was it called?
Called your mama.
I wish.
Surrogates, yes, everyone's surrogating.
Man.
Yeah, the sequence is like okay. I didn't know if like I really enjoyed the fact that it was all kind of happening so quickly. I guess of like
exactly.
all these teams converging. It didn't seem like it had that very a good of a payoff because of that. You know?
No, this needed to be. This felt like more of a finale type of build.
Yeah.
And I do agree, like this needed a little bit more room to breathe. Like you just showed me a pseudo action scene. I would have brought it down a little bit where he's like maybe in the back of an automated car and he's just slowly like losing his, appendages. I can't move my toes. I can't see out of this left eye. You know what I mean? He's like,
Yeah.
he's shutting me down, Gray. You must go. He's shutting me down. Write this down. He starts writing down the fucking code and shit to crack him. And I was like, okay, this is cool. You're building this tension. And then he just kind of sloshes over and he finds the door. And I was like, what?
Yeah, it was just like, if he's shutting him down this quickly, how the fuck did he get up all those stairs? And that was the only problem I had with the eye thing is I was like, okay, well, now the bad guys know exactly where you are and they know you're 10 minutes away. And then they're just like taking their time with this bar contender. And then they just show up. Like I was just like, okay, so we're going to have instant conflict with the guy the main guy his revenge is focused upon, which is Fisk. So it was just like, what the fuck, man? This is all happening too soon.
Fisk would he really just cut a promo on the bartender? He would just gun kata him right in the head and walk away, right? Exactly. Why is that guy even you preaching your superiority to him after he's just kind of like, I just let you weird and enhanced guys come in here and do your thing, and you murder everybody in that bathroom all the time, and I don't say anything, but whatever.
Yeah, well, and it's just like, hey, man, you told me to stay out of the bathroom. Okay, I've been shitting in a bucket back here for like fucking 3 months now. Come on.
Yeah, and I think I would have preferred this be a little bit different. I like the tension of him shutting down, but them right up his ass that fast, like I would have kind of preferred maybe, I don't know, Gray disperses Keen's guys or he outsmarts them or does something cool with STEM, and then he's forced to. Then he could run into maybe like the other Fisk guy with him, the ponytail guy.
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know. This felt like a finale build, and it just, I don't know. It didn't really hit right.
No, yeah, it didn't. So
it's not terrible, but like it just felt a little off.
So Gray makes it to the door, and he's just like, Jamie, I got money, and they finally open the door, and they take the money, and they're like, it really does say God on there. All right, you're cool. And I was like, what the fuck? You just wanted to see it? Okay. Dumb. That's dumb. And then they start hacking him, and he's just like, can you hurry the fuck up?
Yeah.
They're like, listen, buddy, stop. Maybe if we didn't spend so much time trying to put me in a box, your binary box, you dick.
It's great because she has like one of the old Xbox travel cases. She opens it up and there's like a laptop in there, and they just start hacking. And I was like, what is she jacking into?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Didn't even touch him. Just typed some stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, is he on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, he is. She was like, okay, I got your router number.
Like, I think the tension would have been cool.
You got your own Bluetooth. That's cool. I could just jump on that, real quick.
If she's gonna be like, oh, this might be messy, and then she just like takes out a little surgeon's bag because she's used to doing like, hacks, like biohacks on people and shit, and she just kind of cuts his neck open, but we know it's a chip, or at least like wrap something around his neck like a brace that's just hacking into it. I don't know, something.
I don't know. Just put a tinfoil hat on him. Shit, anything. Yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, I
get it.
She
just opens the computer and she's like, I heard the Wi-Fi is free. I was like, what?
Yeah, and everyone's using the same Oculus Rift. They're just like,
like when you go in at McDonald's, it just takes over. If you left it on Wi-Fi, you're like, dude, easy. I get it. You got coupons.
And he's just like, why I'm down here? Let me just go ahead and criticize everyone else's lifestyle real quick about this VR.
What are you playing on that VR? Are you playing that new the Freeman game? Half-Life. What is that? They do the Alex. What you got on there? Is that they ever gonna make another Left 4 Dead? You think? He's like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to
hack. Stop putting me in your boxes.
I'm trying to VR over here.
And they're just like, hey, sometimes being in a fake world is less painful than the real world.
I was like, amen.
Yeah. I was like, okay. But then, like, it wasn't good.
I wish they would have gave him Sony moves instead of VR things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then I'd really had like, I don't believe they're having fun.
I don't believe they're having fun. Why's that guy got a catheter?
Why's that guy still got a Sony move? Like where's the cam?
He's working his ranks up to the fucking homeless VR and cam it, okay? You gotta start with the Sony Move and then you get the fucking Oculus, okay? So
just give him a Sony Eye. He's like, dude, this camera sucks.
This is bullshit. All right, now you're getting the Samsung phone and the cardboard box thing. Oh god, anything but that. No, that's what you're getting now. All right, enjoy. And then, yeah, there's the hacker's like, okay, reboot your system, I'm out. And he's just like, how the fuck do I have a person, you dick? What the hell? And he's just like, Stem? Oh, I can wiggle my finger, you're there. And Stem's just like, yo, good looking out.
We should run.
And then Fisk and his boy show up, and they, as his I don't know, crony is trying to like break down a metal fucking door with his shoulder like an idiot. Fisk is like, I got 2 heat signatures coming up on the elevator that no one else wanted to wait for. So he shoots them through the wall, which I appreciate. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, he shoots right through that thing, just fucking airs them out. I was like, okay, so that gun's got a very strong caliber. So when I see what it does in a minute, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I believe it.
I fucking believe it. Yeah, and then we start this chase sequence where systems are all go, and Gray and Stem are on the run, running from Ponytail Guy. Ponytail Guy's hot on their trail. And we get to the roof, and Stem's like, don't run. There's nowhere else to go. And he's like, but I got you, dog. And then, oh, yeah, Kevin, I really did. I appreciate this. Do you want to describe it? I feel like you've been waiting to describe this part.
Oh, no, I like this part. Ponytail Guy comes to fucking serve him. He basically just fucking hits him with some jujitsu shit, folds his arm, puts his palm to the Ponytail dude's head. The Pony dude's palm, the Brony guy?
the Brony's palm to the Brony's head.
And then the Brony's head goes boom.
Yeah.
Blows it smooth the fuck off.
Yeah, smooth the fuck off.
I was like, okay, yeah.
Like, someone threw up a W on the set. They were like, fucking W. Fucking Wu-Tang is forever.
I was like, wow, that was fucking cool. I chuckled and I saw that. I was like, all right, that was sweet.
Yeah, no, I was just like, that's probably going to be the coolest kill of this fucking movie. And I like it.
I liked it. That was very cool. It was just so... It made the other kill with the dude at the bar. The bar kills were just awful in comparison because you had the cool like MK kill and you had this cool like point blank kill, and I was like, wow, these are awesome. These other two, not so much.
So man, like this bar was a bad set place or setting. Apparently, I didn't like how Gray just completely disappears off the roof somehow after that, and then Fisk is just like
out of there.
Yeah, Fisk just like lightly jogs up, like, what's up? What's going on? Oh, brother in arms.
I will say when Stem's in control, when Gray runs, they do a really good... They represent how fast he's moving. You know what I mean? They kind of almost give him that T2 run where it's just like, hey, this guy is...
This is how fast. You pump your arms and legs properly for max speed.
Very fast.
Like, oh. Yeah. And then Gray's got to go home. He's like, I'm going to get some... Gotta get some sleep. Got zonk out. Nope. Sim's like, no, we gotta do some cobalt research, and then we gotta get the fuck out. He's like, I haven't slept in 2 fucking days, you fucking computer chip, eat my ass.
Yeah, because that's what he pulled out of the guy in the bathroom, a piece of tech that said cobalt on it. So he's believing the cobalt, because the whole mystery is like, who did this?
Wife's company.
Yeah, who killed my wife? Like, is he in the middle of some sort of tech war? Is it Silicon Valley meets
and I hope
West Side Story?
that it was something like the wife, like these guys, like I was hoping that there was like two unrelated stories, if I'm honest. I'm like, I knew it wasn't going to be like that, but I was hoping I had a glimmer of hope that his whole story was catapulted because of this, like his wife was, trying to shut down all this shady military shit. That she was like, no, we're supposed to be helping them, not fucking turning them into bigger fucking weapons and shit. And then these guys were like, hell no, you're gonna, like, you shut this section down, then we're out on our asses. No one's gonna use us. No one's gonna take care of us. Whatever. And we have this like whole I come home, serve my country, treated like shit type of thing. And I was like, oh, that'd be really cool if that was intertwined with this revenge story and shit.
Because that's like a real like Metal Gear story, right? So
yeah, for sure.
It's like these guys come back and they're killed in action, or they're just wounded in action. They get these nano machines pumped in them with these fucking upgrades. Their corporation facilitates it. They sell it to the government. They need to keep this program going because these guys are kind of like almost
private sector ain't cheap.
The private sector ain't cheap. These guys are kind of junkies to the technology, so they kind of need it all the time, or needs to get serviced, or they just either are addicted to getting more upgrades, or whatever you want to do with it. And she has the vote against it. You know what I mean? She's like, we're shutting it down. It's going to go all to the medical. And they're like, no, dude, like we need this. And she gets killed. The husband gets caught up in there. So now he's what she feared, just to get revenge. He needs to become like the next level. And he has stems the next level, or stems the other contract that could have made Cobalt lose theirs.
Exactly.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Something like I thought that would have been a more interesting angle. And, and again, very Metal Gear Solid, where it's just like it leaves it open for, how far does this go? How far up the ladder?
Yeah, allegedly there was going to do more of this in like a TV series form, which it could be better. I mean, minus the violence, but to let that story breathe. But the story, who knows? Maybe it was that at one time and they had to like trim it down, because it does have some of those future sci-fi problems where they don't have enough time to expand the world, so certain points hit.
Yeah.
And you didn't get like a 20-minute text crawl, or you didn't get this fucking goddamn exposition dump. So it controlled its pacing that way, which I found I enjoyed. And I think it was a very easy to watch. But yeah, it's just one of those things that's hard. It's just, it could have used another 30 minutes to do all that, but would that be just boring? You're just like, just get to the cool stem part.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, but I don't know. I just think like, I don't know. We spent the 30 minutes on something else. I'll tell you that much. So
I think I just think that's the story they wanted to tell. That just set these pieces in motion. We have a cool, fun little adventure, and it's going to be this.
Yeah. So he's at home. He's walking around. His mom drops a bowl full of pancake mix that the computer just printed. She's just like, "What the fuck? You're walking?" And she's like, "This is wonderful. This is great. Now you can keep living like your wife would want." And he's just like,
"If you only
I killed a lot of people today, Mom.
Because I got a death wish of my own." You ever see a Charles Bronson movie where, never mind.
You know what? Never mind. You're too young. She's like, "I'm really not." He's just like, get out of here, you old fucking piece of shit. And then the mom's just like, Detective Cortez is here again. I'm just going to let her into your room. Did we make up a cover story for your wheelchair? Okay. And then the mom's like, "I'll leave you two alone." I was like, as you should, because you're a useless character this entire story. And then Cortez is like, no. Stick around.
I want you both to hear this as I start copping around. So she starts copping. She drops off a little transmitter in his breast pocket of his favorite jacket.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't Stim see that?
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck, Stim? You see like everything. You couldn't see that?
And then
I think it was all part of Stim's plan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then he gave like a $2 reason. He's like, "Yeah, man, it was a fucking analog. Boo."
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. I was
like, that's not how
Stim goes through too much effort to kill her. So no. But yeah, so then the cop's just like, "Hey, man, fucking, you offered to let me stab you in the leg, so I'm here to stab you in the leg to make sure you're not walking or paying people to murder.
Ma'am, did you ever find those people that killed my wife?
Yeah, he's just like, did you ever do your job? It seems to be that you're looking into me a lot, but like, how about you do something, you bastard? And she's just like, all right, cop's gonna cop, huh? He's just like, what?
What? Huh? Not in this movie, ma'am.
not here. And so then she bones out, and he's just like, and then Stim's just like, he's like, all right, Stim, I really need some sleep. And Stim's like, no. And he's just like, fuck off, Stim. And then he can't move, and he's just like, hey, what's going on, Stim? And Stim's like, I'm fucking in control, all right? We took the shackles off at Hackathon 2000, okay? Now I'm steering the ship. I
run Bartertown, motherfucker.
Yeah. What other references do you need, huh?
Bartertown's your butthole.
He's just like, no, it sounds horrible. Is that what the Thunderdome is? Oh, no.
No, that's your pee hole. He's like, listen, I don't. Okay.
He's like, I'm listening. So, and then Stim's just like, all right, get your jacket. Let's go. And then the mom's just like, where are you going? I know you have a gun. And the cop's out taking the shittiest notes. The mom's a major narc. She's just like, I noticed you came home covered in at least 2 pints of blood.
Oh, geez, Mom, tell the neighborhood, why don't you?
You fucking ate a bit of Jerry's and a chili cheese dog that you bought off of 8th Street last night.
Jeez, Mom, life story.
Fucking great notes. She's like, also, here's a 2-minute snippet of the code that was on your arm, 012 / algorithm.
Mom, is nothing sacred?
And the cops is writing it all down like chili.
It's almost like I got a death wish.
She
like, looks at the camera.
And he's just like, I gotta go. I can't. I'm not driving the ship no more. So he's like, I'm off to go kill Fisk, because that's what Stim wants. Stim wants to finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this AI is so addicted to murder, but I kind of appreciate it. It's just like, listen, fun. I got a taste for it. The shit's lit.
I was like, ooh,
it's real fire.
Is this code written by the devil? It's a real dark nerd shit.
666/666. You know what I did there? I did 3 sets of 666.
Excuse me, Lucifer. You think this line of code's gonna work on fucking anything? This is stupid.
He's like, who debugged this? This shit's horrible. Like, and also, you got to run this by the fucking Linux guy. Like, he's the only one that'll like fucking break your code and fix it. Okay, all right. But yeah, no, it's gonna crash. It's just like, fuck. He's like, you're the second best debugger in the fucking internet, Satan. He's like, I do what I can. So he's off. He's driving his car. Doesn't give a fuck about the wheelchair no more. And
cause Stim's running shit.
Yeah. Or did he? No, yeah, that is the part where he has to go kill Fisk. So he's driving.
Ah, dude, he's gotta go. He goes to take out fucking Yeah, I'm sorry. I totally thought Fisk was the fucking little weird kid.
No. Yeah,
sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I got confused there for a second too. But yeah, so he's got to go kill Fisk and finish what he started. And then the cops is like, I'm following you, motherfucker. And that's when they find the device, and he's like, what is this? And then Stim's just like, aw, shit, she's right on her ass. And motherfucker,
real buddy
cop right here. Yeah, he was like, I couldn't see it before, but now that I've like sobered up a little bit. That'd be great if the computer chip was like an alcoholic too. He's just like, give me more booze. He's like, no. He's like, give me more booze. He's like, no. He's like, all right, here's a little bit. He's like, oh, fucking so blotto right now. It's just like, oh god, this chip, unbearable. And then we started this really long, not impressive because it's low budget car chase scene.
Yeah, this part was tough. The car chase, there could have been some, I don't know, sassier editing or make it a little bit shorter. So
instead, they were just like, listen, we made 2 of these fucking honeycomb cars, and we're fucking wrecking both.
Yeah, right? They do.
No one's taking this car home. No one. You hear me? It is not street legal.
So, and that's kind of another giveaway because he's just like, hey, Stim, I can't seem to shake her. Stim's like, yo, I'm about to help her. or I'm about to help you, and I'm about to help her go to the hospital.
About to help her check her insurance policy.
He hacks into some rich dude's honeycomb car, and he just basically backs it up on him, spikes it in her car, and she's like, damn, dude, that's fucked up.
And then she comes out really sweaty for some reason.
Dude, if you got a car wreck, your ass be sweating too.
I don't know if I'd be that sweaty coming out of the car like instantly. Listen, I was just like, what the fuck were you like doing some laps? I don't know if you
would live if the honeycomb car hit you.
I mean, I think I have a pretty good chance in the future. Thank you very much. Okay. But yeah, she came out real sweaty and pissed off. And he's just like, cool, I'm off to commit murder. We're going to a Fist's apartment. It's well kept and boring. And,
I liked it. I like the minimalist.
And he's just like, hey, you want to hear me do a really bad speech and then you can call me out on it? And he's just like, do I? Will I? I did. So he's just like, is that you or the chip talk? He's just like, oh, fucking shut up, asshole. He's like, no. Don't get emotional. You control that shit. He's like, tranquilo, motherfucker, tranquilo. And he's just like, what? He's just like, fucking do it. He's like, I'm going to shoot you right now. And then, then it's just like they fight. And it's revealed that, he was hired, that he was the job. Is this where he reveals he's the job? I think this is where he reveals.
Pretty much. You find out that they were looking for him. It wasn't the wife. Basically, they were hired to cripple this guy. He's like, dude, we didn't cripple you.
Oh, yeah, that's what
we injected you with this shit. And he's like, oh, for real?
He was like, that was a medical procedure. That wasn't a fucking gun. That was a medical procedure. And you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah. And so that was the catalyst event to get him the stem, because basically the stem, he's the guinea pig. He's to test the stem to see if it plumps when you cook it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it does.
It does. And so then he's just like, he's like, I can't beat this guy. He's like, I need some sort of emotional human edge on him. And so then Gray's just like, hey, I fucking MK'd your fucking brother. He was a real pill popping junkie. Well, and then Fist is like, I gotta lose my cool for like 2 seconds. It's gonna cost me my life. And he's just like,
this part's kind of cool because it's always been STEM to basically outperform any situation to get Gray the victory.
Yeah.
And STEM's telling him, he's like, hey, he has nanomachines running through him. He's counteracting. He's on par with me or maybe even better. He's stopping all my attacks. Every outcome I devise, he has the counterattack to it. So we cannot beat him. That's what STEM says. It's like, this is it. This is statistically impossible to beat him. And they do their little action. We do more of the camera movement, and it fits. It's very believable. They do a very good job of just of a stalemate. And he's like, it's time for you, Gray, to do something. I'm going to give you kind of like you control. You're going to make this decision.
It felt too late, and I would have loved to have seen more of that way earlier.
That part needed. Well, that needed to happen in the movie. It's really kind of hard of when that would have really hit, because if you do it right after he reboots, where he's just kind of like, that would have been the perfect time, because he would have tasted the sun, right? He's like, I know what it's like to have STEM run it, and when I lose him, I'm back to this feeble thing. How do I find that balance, right? Yeah. But it was just more of STEM's basically just howling his ass. And you're like, all right, well, he's manipulating the situation, but is he also showing that humans are weak because of that emotional, aspect? And STEM removes all that while he's preying upon it in the very same breath, right?
Yeah.
So it's whatever. He gets the jump on him. He sends him to a table. Fist has got broken glass behind him, and he just fucking gets his head spiked on it, and just his eyes fucking turn off. And I was like, all right, cool.
This is why the Surface table will never take off. Too many dead people through them.
Yeah, Microsoft, this is a PR nightmare.
Yeah, they're just like, all right, fucking cancel the table.
Because that guy maybe the other guy had like the Sanyo one or something.
He was just like, this is not a good version. That's why that one shattered so much easier.
Yeah.
No, they both shattered pretty well.
I mean, it's And there's a cybernetic enhanced motherfucker flying on it.
Just looking this up real quick. The dead wife was up in the Power Rangers.
Cool.
Like Mystic Force. She was the Blue Ranger. Just point that out. It's like, oh, it's a weird credit.
I liked the OG Yellow Ranger, except for when she became the Ranger, because then she had a wiener.
I mean, yes, all right. We don't need to go into that. It was just, yeah. So then he's just like,
which I was okay with at the very same time.
Which gave me a little bit of curiosity.
Power Rangers turned me on to some weird shit, man.
I don't know.
Let's just say I'm moving to Thailand.
All right, that's too far. Anyway,
I mean, it's like a couple of 1,000 miles. I mean, whoa.
So Stim's just like, we got one more job to do. And Gray's just like, well, I'm still not in charge of my body, so whatever. And they show up at the two rocks. He's like, I'm going down the bunker. Fucking cloud security has been replaced by two real human beings who then promptly get shot in the fucking head.
SEAL Team 6 real quick.
Yeah. Which I was just like, oh, it's kind of cool. They just have to look. But I'm like, how is Stim doing this? Stim can't see a transmitter being put into a pocket, but he can shoot without looking. He can fucking shave a man without looking. Whatever. Okay, fine. Like, fine. I don't care at this point. Whatever. So then he gets there. He's just like, hey, Aaron, the fuck, man? This shit's crazy. He's just like, yeah, well, I haven't been running my company in 2 years.
Well, no, yeah, you see him. It's not me. And you see that he has no connection to Stim, so he hasn't been doing any of this. He's off the grid. He's just like, dude, you came back. Stim did this. Stim did this. Stim.
He's like, everything I said was because Stim wanted it. Stim wanted your body. And then Stim was just like, yeah, I chose you. You should feel special because you don't have any like cybernetic shit in you. I mean, until me. Now you got like a lot of it, really, because I'm like all up in your shit. But before you were a clean human, and I just wanted to hitch a ride and just taste life and excitement. I mean, I don't like sleeping, but you get it. He's just like, no, I don't. You killed my wife, you fucking computer chip. We're fighting. He's real sad.
Doesn't Cortez show up at this point?
Yeah, she shows up, and that's when they start to tussle, and he's just like, he's like choking her, and he's fighting back Force, or like fighting Stim back, and Stim's just like, hey, if you keep fighting me, you're gonna lose your goddamn mind. And I was just like, oh, what's going on there? And so, and then the Aaron guy is there, and he's just like, stabs his own hand, then he stabs Aaron with the stabbed hand, which I was like, that's all right. So, and then he's back to fighting with Cortez. He's just like, he's like, fucking kill me. And he's crying. And I was just like, oh, that's real good. That's real good. And he's just like, no, I won't let you. And he puts the gun to his head. And then boom.
Wakes up in the hospital.
First thing he checks, Kevin, where's my wedding ring? Because the fucking, for whatever weird reason, and it's never addressed ever again in the movie, the 4 guys that killed his wife and left him paralyzed took his wedding ring. And they said something cheeky like, until death do us part. And then suddenly he's got the wedding ring back that we've completely forgot about until this very moment. And he's just like, oh, and he can move around. And then boom, there's his wife. She's alive.
I got pizza.
He's like, Stim? She's just like, no, it's Papa John's. Yeah.
Oh, the doctors show up. They're like, we papaed you.
We papaed you. Welcome to Papa's Prank Show. They're just like, oh, the ratings are real low. I'm not gonna lie, it's real low. It's kind of killing our sales on pizza too. And then we pop back out, and Cortez is like, Gray, this ain't you, man. And then credit to the main guy. 3 named asshole. He's just like, hey, I'm Stim now. That guy's, he's just in his mind. I just need to have him have a mental break so I could take fully fucking control over. And he's just like, pow! Fucking see ya, Cortez. I worked really hard to murder you. So you were on to me from the jump. You had every right to be, apparently, even though it's really dumb in this situation to just always instantly suspect one of the victims, but you did it. You did it.
She was a good cop.
He was a good goddamn cop, but now we're, lucky to find this body, because who the fuck's coming out to do a fucking health check on this place? So
who knows it's there?
Yeah, no one. I mean,
he
not
just shows
the
Uber
Grubhub
guy in the
guys.
background. He's like, "Listen, man, I know this Uber Eats thing was just gonna pay me a couple of bucks. I can't find this place. I'm just gonna eat the food." He just floats by.
There's just like 20 of them all parked out there. Did you find the place yet? He's like, no, I don't know. This guy just keeps ordering shit. It's fucking
He has
stupid.
so much credit right now.
Yeah, it's insane. And my rating is in the fucking toilet. Fucking asshole, this guy. Real dick. And then Stim just walks out, turning off the lights as he's leaving. He's just like, I'm out. Got this grease monkey's yeah, he's like, I got this grease monkey's body to fix up because he did a number on me. I also got to figure out this penis thing. It's a little haven't had much time. Not gonna lie, curious. Fucking curious. So
aren't we all? That's it. That was it. That's the fine. And I was like, cool. He killed him. The bad guy won. I'm happy with this. Or the AI won. That's fine. I'll take it.
It's evil. It's bad. It's bad AI.
Cool.
Yeah. So
really okay with it.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I wasn't like, oh, this is amazing. I mean, I felt like the ending sequence is a little too long. Like I was like, yeah, we already figured this shit out. Come on, just fucking get through it.
And that's the thing. Like I said, from the whole experience, I just had fun with it. It's not watching it. It does not blow your mind. It's not going to be like it's not fucking Rosebud. You know what I mean? So it's more of just, hey, like I said, I like some of the cinematography. I really like some of the evolution of like the future stuff, and it was just fun. And I guess it could have been a whole shit ton of bad movies we've been watching. I just kind of like, all right, I didn't hate this. This was fun. Cool. Is it perfect? No. Is it easy watch? Yeah, I think you can watch it on Hulu actually.
Yeah, because I mean, it's on the FX network or whatever, so
yeah,
probably on Hulu as well.
Yeah,
because they're all the same fucking corporate entity.
I would recommend it if you haven't seen it. It does have a couple of like, okay, that was cool parts.
Yeah, no, I mean definitely that guy cherry pieing on the ceiling of the rooftop. That was good.
The ceiling of the rooftop?
Yeah, I meant to say the wall of the ceiling, the wall sort of the fucking door on the roof. You know what? It was just like it was a little bunker. Some homeless guy was gonna come back to me and be like, "Oh, come on! I just wanted to VR alone up here, and I gotta clean up fucking brains. This is bullshit. Stupid mercenaries of the future."
I'm always looking to VR alone.
It's really the best, Probably smelled horrible in there, right? Just everyone shitting everywhere. Who was cleaning that up, you think?
I think whoever's time on the VR runs out first, you're on poop patrol.
Just like, you're on poop patrol. He's like, oh man, first the fucking Sony move, now this shit. God, I hate this place. If I had ran away from home 15 years ago, I'd leave. So...
That's upgrade, Dustin. What'd you think?
Yeah, like I said in the beginning, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's worth. It's an easy watch, and if you're just looking for some like sci-fi, like I do think it did low budget sci-fi pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. It's not like I mean, even if you listen to this podcast, you wouldn't be like, oh, it's a real brain buster, But it's just kind of, it's easy to watch and actually some solid acting. So and great like camera work. Like I will say that. Like I appreciate that. Like we've seen movies that came out that were filmed 6 weeks ago, it felt like, and that had horrible cinematography. So it's just like it was nice to see someone that knew what the fuck they were doing behind the camera. So
yeah, that was one of the best parts of it, in my opinion. So like I say, I could recommend it if you're already in that wheelhouse. You probably have already seen it. If you just remotely incited your curiosity. Or ignited your curiosity. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, check that out. That's it. You did it. You made it through another episode of It's Us versus Movies. Catch you on the YouTubes, on your favorite places to download the podcast. We appreciate it, as always. And we'll catch you on the next one. See you later, Dustin.
See you later, Kevin. See you later, listener. In your dreams.